Archangel Michael says, "Did you feel that nudge just now? That sudden stillness in the air? That's not coincidence. That's divine coordination. And this message, yes, this one, is the very reason your angel has been circling your house since sunrise. Have you felt exhausted without reason? Woken up in the middle of the night for no clear cause? Did a dream leave your spirit shaken this week? That was not your imagination. That was a dispatch from heaven. Why did you almost scroll past this? Why did your hand hesitate, then stop? Because your spirit already knows this. If you skip this moment, your angel will step back. Not forever, but long enough for the delay to sting. This message has a timestamp written in gold ink. If you're reading this, it's because heaven has set your soul for a divine appointment. Not tomorrow, not later, now. There is a reason you've been sensing pressure in your chest. It's not anxiety, it's alignment. There is something you are meant to receive in this hour, but it is conditional. Not because God withholds, but because you must choose to engage. Your angel has been under divine order, not suggestion. Order. And the instruction was simple. Lead you here. Warn you once. Step back if you ignore it. I, Michael, have drawn my sword not in war, but in witness. You are standing at the edge of something sacred, and the next few minutes will determine whether you rise into it or watch it pass you by. Don't skip this. Don't delay. Don't tell yourself you'll come back later, because later will feel very different without your angel standing at the door. Type 444 if you're ready to receive, because heaven is watching. Archangel Michael says, "This is not your first warning. This is not your first nudge. This is not the first time heaven sent a whisper your way and the atmosphere shifted. But this is the moment we cannot afford for you to miss. I, Archangel Michael, have been dispatched with fire in my wings and thunder in my voice. And I am not speaking randomly. I speak under divine command because the angel assigned to you has been walking circles around your soul, holding a scroll sealed with instructions from the throne of God. They have waited. They have watched. They have whispered. But now they've been ordered to act or withdraw. Do you understand what that means? You are standing at a doorway that cannot stay open forever. And if you keep pretending you'll come back later, that door will not be waiting when you return. Heaven doesn't repeat forever. Sometimes it's one final knock, sudden songs that stir your spirit, people mentioning names you haven't heard in years. Each of these were attempts to get you to turn your gaze back to the realm that raised you. You see, your angel has been watching the war you cannot see. Yes, a war. A spiritual plot has been unraveling behind your life for months now. Someone, somewhere, has been uttering your name in spiritual places with ill intent. Not to curse you outright, but to cause confusion, to send delays, to block favor, to reroute peace. And your angel has fought every night to intercept what was meant to harm you. But angels are not robots. They follow order. They follow alignment. And their power is activated by your awareness. If you keep pretending everything's fine, if you keep numbing yourself with routines and denial, if you keep skipping messages like this, your angel will step back, not in punishment, but in obedience. Heaven only partners with those who say yes, even in fear. Especially in fear. There is a record in heaven of every tear you've cried in secret, every ache you've carried alone, every betrayal you buried because you didn't want to confront it. And your angel has stood by silently, holding pieces of your future in their hands, waiting for you to wake up. Child, you are out of time to ignore what's pulling at your spirit. You asked for signs. This is the sign. You asked for proof. This is the proof. You asked for heaven's voice. I am speaking now. There is a location your blessing has been assigned to, but you've been circling the wrong place because you kept second-guessing what your soul already knew. Your angel saw that conversation behind your back. They saw who said what. They saw what was plotted in jealousy, and they held their sword to block its impact. But even angels grow weary when you keep looking away from the truth. Tonight, if you feel strange at a certain hour, mark it. That is the moment your angel pauses to ask heaven, do I stay or step back? The choice is not mine. It is yours. You can feel it already, can't you? That tug in your chest? That burning sensation that something's happening and you can't explain it? It's happening because the divine appointment you prayed for is now. And if you don't lean in, something sacred will move. And it won't wait. Not this time. There is someone in your life right now that was sent to assist you. But because your spiritual eyes have been dimmed by distractions and fear, you've overlooked them. Your angel tried to guide you to them. But you skipped it. They were hidden in plain sight. They carried your next level. And if you're not careful, they'll pass by without you ever knowing they were sent for you. This is not to scare you. This is to awaken you. You were not born for mediocrity. You were not formed in heaven just to survive the next month. You were designed to disrupt darkness. But you cannot rise while ignoring the hand stretched toward you in the spirit. The next time you feel that chill, the next time your ears ring without cause, the next time you hear your name whispered in silence, say this out loud. I receive. That is the permission heaven is waiting for. You've been tired because spiritual resistance always increases before a breakthrough. You've been restless because your angel has been pacing with urgency. You've been lost because this message was the light waiting to guide you back. The scroll your angel carries has 3 things written on it. Your next step, the name of the person being removed, the promise that was delayed but not denied. And I am here, Michael, standing with my sword between you and everything that wants to steal your moment. Don't miss this. Say yes, out loud, now, before the moment passes. Because if your angel steps back, you may not recognize what was lost until it echoes in your future. Type 444 to confirm this word and declare, my angel stays, my obedience activates, my moment is now. Your angel has been under strict divine order, not to force but to guide. And if you continue brushing off the signs, those dreams, those random thoughts, those repeated names, the sudden chill in a quiet room, they will be required to step back. Not because they want to, but because heaven honors your free will. That feeling you had 2 nights ago when the air felt thick, that wasn't weather. That was your angel standing at the threshold, holding back something dark that tried to pass. You didn't see it, but you felt it. They've been blocking it in silence. But silence doesn't mean indifference. It means they've been waiting on your yes. Do you remember that moment when your phone rang but no one answered? That pause in the hallway when no one was near? Those were interruptions, designed, engineered, timed to pierce your distractions. But every time you skipped it, the urgency grew louder. Your angel has been speaking in code. Numbers on clocks, 111, 444. Archangel Michael says, this is not a metaphor. This is not a nice message wrapped in poetic words. This is warfare, and you are at the edge of a divine crossroad. The moment of decision has come. You think you can wait. You think you'll have another sign. But I, Michael, tell you, this is it. This is the window. This is the hour the heavens have watched with breath held. Because what you decide in the next moments, spiritually, emotionally, even in thought, will determine if your angel moves forward or pulls back. Let me be clear. Your angel has not been casually assigned. They were chosen for you, specifically, uniquely, because of your calling, because of the assignment resting over your name since birth. But angels do not operate in rebellion. They move under divine command. And when the order is, step back if they refuse to listen, that is not a suggestion. That is the seal of heaven. Right now, there is a door open in the spirit over your life. It's not made of wood or metal. A name is about to rise. A truth is about to be spoken. A person is about to approach you, and whether they are sent to help or to harm will depend on whether you're spiritually aligned to recognize it. This is why your angel is restless. Because they know, if you miss this moment, confusion will take root. If you miss this moment, delay will return. If you miss this moment, you will wake up days from now asking, why do I feel like something slipped away? Because it did. There is no neutral zone anymore. Your indecision is a decision. Your silence is an answer. Heaven is no longer whispering. It is roaring. I've seen the records. I've read the scrolls. And your name is written in fire, called to disrupt, called to rebuild, called to be a first in your bloodline. But first, you must choose. Let me show you what's happening behind the veil right now. There are two angels watching. One stands with the scroll of continuation, the one that leads to open doors, reconciled purpose, restored destiny. The other stands with a seal of silence. If you reject the invitation, your atmosphere shifts. Your guidance dims, not forever, but long enough to hurt. And they are both waiting on one thing, your yes. You say, but I need more time. And I say, time is the luxury that has just expired. You say, but I'm scared. And I say, your angel was not sent to comfort your fear. They were sent to confront it. You say, but what if I make the wrong move? And I say, you already are by standing still. You've ignored too many whispers. You've dismissed too many chills. You've postponed too many promises. Now the silence has become resistance. Your angel cannot override your will. They are powerful, but they are holy. And holiness respects your choice, even if it breaks heaven's heart. There is a knock coming, a text, a message, an offer. And how you respond to it will determine whether the spiritual doors swing wide or seal shut. This decision is not about punishment. It's about activation. Do you want breakthrough? Or do you want comfort? Do you want revelation? Or do you want routine? You cannot have both. The moment of decision demands clarity. And I am here, Michael, not to coddle, but to confirm. The time of wondering is over. The signs were not random. The person you keep dreaming of, yes, they're involved. The place you keep seeing in your spirit, yes, it's connected. You already know. Your soul has always known. Now you must decide. Let me show you what you'll miss if you skip this. A divine appointment scheduled at 3:17 a.m., involving someone from your past you never expected to return. A document hidden near your home that proves something you've long suspected. A name spoken aloud in a room where your destiny was once betrayed. A reversal that will only activate if you lean in, not pull away. Your angel has been holding all of it. But your yes is the key. Child, I have guarded prophets. I have slain darkness. I have cleared skies and silenced armies. But tonight, I cannot do your part. Only you can respond. And this is what will happen if you don't. You will start to feel confusion again. Peace will slip in odd places. The name that brought you hope will now feel far. And the message, the one that was sealed for your eyes only, will return to heaven unopened. That's why I'm here. That's why I was sent with this tone, this fire, this warning. Because it cannot wait anymore. Type 444 if you understand. If you receive. If you choose. Yes, Michael. My angel stays. My yes is now. Let it be known. The moment of decision is no longer coming. It is here. It's made of choices. And child, you have stood at this threshold before. You've seen it in dreams. You've felt the tug to speak up, move, cut ties, start again. But you always said, maybe next time. There is no next time. This is the edge of too late. And heaven is leaning forward to see how you respond. Your angel, divinely ordered and anointed for you, has stood in front of your blessing like a shield. Every attack, every delay, every strange heaviness in your chest that wouldn't go away. They intercepted worse than you'll ever know. But now the order has changed. They have been told, if they skip it again, step back. Can you feel it? The shift? The tension in your spirit that's growing louder? That's not stress. That's a holy clock ticking. Something is coming. Not weeks from now. Not months from now. But tonight. Yes, tonight. Archangel Michael says, listen closely now. There is a message that has been circling your life, not for days, but for years, and it has tried to find you in the quiet, in your dreams, in the strangest interruptions, but it keeps bouncing off the walls of your distractions, off the noise, off the fear. And now I, Michael, have been sent not just to knock, but to pierce. Because what your angel has been ordered to reveal is not casual. It is sacred. It is the kind of truth that once heard cannot be unheard. Once known, it cannot be denied. This message was sealed long ago, wrapped in silence, buried under pain, guarded by spirit. But tonight, the seal breaks. Because you're ready. Do you remember the night you cried yourself to sleep and asked, God, am I missing something? You were. But it wasn't your fault. The enemy tried to block this. They sent confusion to blur your timing. They sent people to question your discernment. There was a conversation that took place 3 months ago. It involved your name, your future, and something you prayed for. But they blocked it. They redirected it. They delayed it. Not because they had power, but because you weren't watching yet. But now your angel is holding the scroll wide open, and I am reading it to you line by line. Their time of silence is over. The warning has been delivered. The truth must now be received. This message involves 3 things. A person who acted like protection but functioned as betrayal. A place where something was hidden. A journal, a note, an object you've overlooked. A promise that was meant for you, but you have to reclaim it before the enemy reshapes it. Let's go deeper. Your angel has stood over you while you slept. They've whispered things into your ears, messages that sounded like dreams, phrases that echoed into your mornings but faded by breakfast. They weren't dreams. They were maps. You asked for answers, and heaven sent a messenger. But the message came in a way you didn't expect. A phone call from someone random. A text that made no sense. A memory you hadn't thought about in decades. All of it designed. All of it strategic. All of it missed. Because you weren't looking with spiritual eyes. But your angel never stopped. They recorded everything, and now they are shouting. Because this message must be received tonight. A door is about to open again. But this time, if you don't walk through, you will not get this path again. Not because you're unloved, but because time is sacred and heaven has other assignments. Your angel has tried to tell you, that friend isn't safe. That place you keep avoiding holds the missing piece. That opportunity you walked away from out of fear was actually a divine door. And you keep saying, God, just tell me plainly. So here I am, Michael, telling you plainly. Go back to that drawer, the one you've been avoiding. Call the person whose name keeps rising at 3:33 a.m. Trust your intuition. It's not paranoia, it's discernment. They tried to send a false story about you, but heaven has the original script. And that's what your angel has been holding all along. A record untouched by lies. A divine backup. And it's time for you to access it. Tonight, you may dream of a name. You may feel chills at a specific hour. You may hear a song from your past. Whatever it is, don't brush it off this time. This is your angel making contact. And let me tell you something personal. They are tired of being ignored. Not angry, but weary. Because they see how close you are, and how often you sabotage your own clarity with doubt. Your breakthrough is proximity sensitive. And right now you're standing on the line. One more hesitation and the window begins to close. Don't say, I'll pray about it. You already did. This is the answer. Don't say, I'll wait for confirmation. You've had 10. This is the 11th. Don't say, maybe I'm just emotional. You're not. You're under activation. Your angel has waited long enough. And here's the beautiful part. If you say yes, if you receive this, If you act in obedience, the scroll opens further, and you'll begin to hear clearly. You'll know who to trust. You'll know where to step. You'll know what door to close without guilt. Because the message they've been trying to give you is this: you are not crazy. You are not broken. You are not late. You are chosen. And it is time. Type 777 if your spirit is open to receive it. Because your angel is still here. But they won't stay in waiting posture forever. The message has been delivered. Now move. They distracted you with obligations, chaos, false comfort, fake love. But still, your angel stayed. Still, they waited. Still, they held this message close to your spirit until the moment heaven said, "Release it." And that moment is now. Let me tell you what they've been trying to say. Someone you once trusted, deeply, said something behind your back. It was not just words. It was a transaction in the spirit. They gave up your name for personal gain. They twisted your kindness into leverage, and they thought no one saw it. But we did. And your angel has wept at your side every time your spirit felt that sting but didn't have the evidence to speak. Your soul knows this. That strange moment you walked into a room and the atmosphere shifted. That sudden silence. That feeling in your gut. That was your angel tapping your heart saying, "Remember this. Pay attention." Because they were trying to warn you. Archangel Michael says, "I do not say this to frighten you. I say this to save you. If you miss this moment, something in your life will begin to dim. Not because God is cruel, not because you are unworthy, but because heaven can only partner with those who participate. This is your turning point. You have cried long enough. You have been confused long enough. You have wrestled in silence for months, maybe even years, wondering why your prayers feel delayed, why doors open halfway and then slam. Let me be honest with you now. There was a moment, not long ago, when you were one yes away from divine alignment. But you hesitated, you doubted, you looked for another sign, and your angel stepped back. Not permanently, but just far enough that you felt the chill, that cold loneliness, that heaviness in your chest at night, that silence in the room after you prayed. That wasn't punishment. It was the absence of movement. Because your angel was ordered. If they resist again, withdraw. They are loving. Yes, but they are not without protocol. The Book of Heaven records obedience like timestamps, and some assignments, some seasons, are time-sensitive. You don't realize what you're standing in right now. This hour, this window, this message, it's not just a scroll. It's a courtroom document in the spirit, and the gavel is about to drop. You are called to interrupt a generational pattern. You are called to carry a mantle of breakthrough for your family. You are called to reclaim something that was stolen years ago. But if you don't listen, if you don't say yes with your soul, the chain stays unbroken. The enemy won't stop you with chaos. He'll stop you with comfort. He'll convince you that you have more time. He'll seduce you into thinking this isn't urgent, that it can wait. But heaven knows what's waiting around the corner. There is a conversation happening soon, a deal being discussed, a contract, a document, a decision. And you were supposed to be part of it. You were supposed to receive favor. But if you ignore the call, your name will be absent from the table. Someone else will be sitting in the seat heaven reserved for you. You'll feel it. An opportunity that should have felt like home will now feel foreign. A person who once burned for you will grow cold. A door that used to creak open with ease will now resist. And you'll ask, why? And heaven will whisper, you missed it. This is why your angel has been pacing. Why you felt that odd pressure on your chest at certain hours. Why birds landed outside your window at 3:44 a.m. Why lights flickered with no explanation. Why your dreams felt unusually vivid this week. Those were all alarms. But this is the final one. If you miss this, the next few months will look like this. You'll reach out to people and receive silence. Projects you launch will stall. Peace will come in waves, but not stay. You'll feel something sacred just out of reach, and it will torment you, not as punishment, but as proof that your spirit was born for more, and you walked away. You'll try to return to normal, but it will feel hollow. You'll try to pray again, but your words will feel dry. Because deep down, you'll know. You skipped the scroll. I beg you, child, don't let it come to this. There is still time. Minutes, not days. If you say yes now, your angel will re-engage. The sword that was once lifted in warning will now be drawn in protection. The scroll that began to roll up will unfurl again, revealing new instructions, new connections, new grace. But you must respond with more than emotion. You must respond with action. Say it out loud. I choose alignment. I receive the message. My angel stays. And type 999 to declare, I will not miss what's mine. You are not weak. You are not cursed. You are not broken beyond repair. But you are at risk if you ignore this. You are chosen. You are covered. You are called. But even the called must choose. So choose now. Not tomorrow. Not after you finish scrolling. Now. Heaven is holding its breath. And I, Michael, will remain with you for only a short while longer. Then I return to report. And what I report depends entirely on what you choose in this moment. Don't skip this. Don't miss this. Don't delay. Your angel has one order. Guide them to this. If they ignore it, step back. Child, will they stay? Or will they turn? It is up to you now. Heaven does not beg. And though I, Michael, speak with fire, I cannot override what your silence permits. So hear me. If you ignore this message, if you delay your response, if you treat this like just another video or just another word, you will feel it. You will feel the space between you and your angel widen. You will feel the swirl of confusion increase. You will watch as clarity you once had begins to slip through your fingers. And worse, opportunities that were divinely carved for you will begin to be reassigned. Yes, reassigned. Because when one refuses the call, heaven does not cancel the mission. It simply reroutes it. What was meant for you will not be destroyed, but it will be delayed. And that delay could last 7 months. 7 months of wandering. 7 months of asking, what did I do wrong? 7 months of repeating the same emotional cycle. All because you skipped the moment your angel waited years to deliver. You think angels stay forever? They are loyal. Yes. Archangel Michael says, now you know. Now you see what heaven has been circling to say for years. This was not just a message. This was a divine appointment. A spiritual intervention. A holy alert wrapped in fire. You were not supposed to scroll. You were not supposed to click away. You were supposed to hear this, now, because the next 72 hours hold decisions that will echo into the next 7 years of your life. Yes, 7. And what you do with this moment will determine what aligns or delays. The angel assigned to you is not just a guardian. They are a witness. They stand over your name like a soldier, shield drawn, eyes burning with purpose. But they move only when you engage. Heaven has one rule with favor. It does not chase. It invites. And this was the invitation. Loud, clear, non-negotiable. You were chosen to break something dark. You were chosen to carry something holy. But chosen doesn't mean automatic. It means you were asked first. And today heaven asked, what's next is no longer heaven's move. It's yours. So speak your yes out loud. Type 444 to declare it. Type 777 to seal it. Say, I receive, I align, I will not miss what's mine. And know this, I, Archangel Michael, will now stand still, watching. Will you answer? Or will your angel step back? The clock in the spirit is ticking. The scroll is still open. But not for long. Now is your moment. Now is your move. And heaven is listening.